welcome back to Wanderlust Books, and today I'm doing the Lifetime Milestone tag. I was tagged by the lovely Books of Earth. I'll put her video and her channel in the description below. She's pretty new to BookTube, so check her out and give her some love. But this is pretty much a book tag covering all the big milestones in your life. You pick a book that will deal with that milestone, and so let's get into the book tag. Alright, so the first part is that you're born into this world, and the first tag is to pick a book that is an author's first book. So I picked Immortal City by Scott Speer. This is his first book, I believe. He is originally a producer, and he created a book series, and the second book in the series is actually out already. I'm pretty sure this is a duology, or it might be a trilogy, I'm not completely sure, but this is a book about angels and hot guys that are angels and stuff. Yeah, so I read this. I remember completely loving it, but I haven't picked up the second book yet. And so yeah, if you want to check out this book, you may. Alright, so we're into our childhood and we need to pick a book that is really fun to read. And for this book, I picked Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I absolutely adored this book and I thought it was really, really fun to read. I really enjoyed the characters, and a few of them were super funny, and I just enjoyed the video game aspect of this book because I too enjoy video games. So it was just a completely fun book to read. So many references that you can try to understand, and it's just really great. Alright, so we're officially old enough to go to school, so we have to pick a book that is inside a school. And so for this one, I actually picked a graphic novel, and that is Deadly Class by Reagan Youth. This is actually an assassin school that these kids are able to go to. They pretty much pick kids that are on the streets, or their families, descendants that go to the school, and it's just really interesting. And an assassin school, I mean, come on, that's pretty kick-ass. Okay, so we're into our teenage years and we are pretty moody. We have moods like no other, and for this part we have to pick a book that has a really moody protagonist. And for this I picked The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I thought the main character in this book was super moody. That's mostly because she became a slave and she just pretty much hated the person who enslaved her. And so during this entire book she's just super moody and super out to get everyone, and it's a really good book also, so if you haven't picked it up, I would completely suggest picking up this high fantasy book. Okay, we're an adult, which I officially am apparently, and we can pick a book that has to do with adult themes. And for this one, I picked Landline by Rainbow Rowell. I heard this book is super into adult themes, and it has to do with marriage and the complications that have to do with marriage. And I haven't actually completely read this book yet, but I mean, I know that's the theme of this book, so yeah. I have officially graduated college and I am looking for a job, and for this one you have to pick a job or career that you would want inside a book. I was looking through a bunch of books and I was I don't know, I'm not completely sure if I would officially want this job because a lot of them come with a lot of hardship, but I found one that I thought was simple and actually a real job, and that is Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. The main character in this book is an author, and I would love to become an author, and so yeah, that is a job I would actually really enjoy having. Okay, I got married somehow, and for this one I had to pick a book that has to deal with a really powerful romance, and I just finished A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I thought the main characters Farah and Tamerlane had a very strong romance, and so I picked this book. There are so many books that have really strong romances, but this one was stuck in my mind all day, and so yes, this is a strong romance I actually really enjoyed. So we've had babies. Farah and Tamerlane had babies, and so we have to pick a book that has to do with a child protagonist. And for this one, I picked Percy Jackson series, pretty much. Mostly the first and second, third book because they're young. It's little baby Percy, so. So the next question is a midlife crisis, and for this we have to pick a book that has to deal with a very big plot twist, and this one has pretty much been stuck in my brain for a while since I read it, and that is The Young Elites by Marie Lu. If you haven't read this book, that end was a major plot twist, and I did not enjoy it that much, but it is a big plot twist that happened in this book, and if you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, it was a big plot twist, right? Alright, so our babies had babies, and we had to pick a family that is very strong in a book, and I couldn't go outside of this book. Books of Earth picked it as well, and that is Harry Potter and the Weasley family. The Weasley family. Can you not pick a family that's even stronger than this family? Come on, the seventh book at least? I mean, even if you watch the movies only, you know the Weasley family is Alright, so the last one is death. We have completely died, and so we have to pick a series that died, and I had a hard time trying to pick a series that I couldn't I couldn't be Harry Potter or something, again at least, and so I picked Shades of Earth by Beth Revis. I really liked this series. I read it probably in high school, and I finished it whenever this book came out when I was in college, and I absolutely loved it, and I was very sad to see it go because I really enjoyed the world that she created, and it was just one of my favorite series at the time, and so I just loved this series a lot. If you haven't read this series, I would highly recommend picking up. Great sci-fi romance series for sure. Alright, so that's all of the books I picked in the Lifetime Milestone tag. If you'd like to do this book tag, you may do it. I don't have anyone to tag, so yeah. Leave a comment in the section below about any books that would probably fit this title for you and in these categories, because I'd love to hear from you. If you like, please give this video a thumbs up because it really helps me out by knowing you enjoy my content. And if you'd like, you may watch my videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because that's when my schedule is. And so thanks for watching. Bye!